So apparently, the thing that kept Brandon Ayuk in San Francisco was a deal with the Denver Broncos that didn't go through. Now, let me explain. So, obviously, throughout the whole twists and turns of this entire situation, as you guys remember, and we talked about quite a bit on this channel, the 49ers were trying to get a wide receiver in return. They weren't just going to trade Brandon Ayuk away for picks. Part of the reason why I never thought the trade with the Steelers was going to happen because the Steelers were only offering picks and the 49ers needed more than picks. So, also on top of that, you remember that moment when we kind of went through some of the rumors of, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Adams, T. Higgins, just throwing names around. I actually made a video specifically on Cortland Sutton, and it's because of this reason right here. So, according to Diana Rossini, the 49ers only were willing to trade Brandon Ayuk if they could get a top flight wide receiver to replace him. They offered a third round draft pick to Denver for Cortland Sutton and then would have dealt Ayuk to the Steelers. But the Broncos declined the offer, so he stays in SF. Crazy, right? So I remember talking about this whole situation, and I remember that I think that was kind of around Dwight Clark Day when the information about Brandon Ayuk potentially getting traded to the Steelers was at almost like at its peak, and so that's why like those videos are getting made, man. Like I was hearing about the Cortland Sutton stuff. Um, I didn't hear that the compensation that was given, but I did hear that the 49ers were targeting him for this scenario. And so I'm thank you, Denver. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You talk about butterfly effects. You talk about like them saying yes. Why wouldn't you trade? I don't know. Maybe they didn't think that Cortland was worth more than just a third. I guess I could see that. But for Sutton, he's later on in his career. He's gone through some injuries. I mean, you talk about a shift in the NFL if the 49ers are able to execute this and get Cortland Sutton from the Denver Broncos. So, wow, what a twist of fate with how this whole situation played out. Um, just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Obviously, I prefer the outcome of what was landed on. Like, I'm very happy that Brandon Aiyuk remains a San Francisco 49er, it isn't a Steeler, and they get the deal done and they move on. Like, I'm very, very happy about this. And I'm just thrilled that they were able to get this taken care of and we didn't have to go through this situation because replacing Brandon Ayuk with Cortland Sutton is still a loss. Like you're still losing that deal to send Brandon Ayuk to the Steelers for what, a second and fourth, and then you take your third and you flip it to the Broncos for Cortland. Like I like Cortland Sutton. I don't like Cortland Sutton that much. Um, so this was the most ideal outcome. I'm glad that this did not work out because I don't think that would have made the 49ers particularly better. I don't look at Cortland Sutton as a natural separator, especially at this stage in his career. So I don't think that's the guy that they needed. So I am pleased that they kept Brandon Ayuk. And I get it. It was a lot of drama, a lot of stuff going on regarding this situation. But boy, am I happy that the San Francisco 49ers and Brandon Ayuk come to terms. No Steelers for Brandon Ayuk. No, nothing. So I'm just curious to know what you guys think about this because obviously that would have had huge ramifications on multiple teams. And again, it was like that 3-team trade that we were talking about for a little while, but then seemingly died out pretty quickly. And then it went back to, well, I don't think the 49ers are going to trade Brandon Ayuk because they're not going to trade him for just picks. So just a wild, wild situation. So thankful that it is finally over and we can put it behind us. Deep breaths, ladies and gentlemen. Feels fantastic. Feels great. How do you guys feel about the situation? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more.